You're my soul.
In a world full of celebrity egos, private jets, and mansions, there's one man who gave away $75 million of his own salary, rides the subway, gives up his seat for strangers, and has never let fame change who he is. His name is Keanu Reeves, and his story, both the tragedy and the kindness, will change how you see Hollywood forever. Before we talk about his kindness, you need to understand what Keanu Reeves has survived. His father abandoned the family when Keanu was just 3 years old. He grew up moving constantly, different cities, different schools, different stepfathers. His best friend, River Phoenix, died of a drug overdose in 1993. Keanu was devastated. Then, in 1999, his girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, was 8 months pregnant with their daughter, Ava. On Christmas Eve, the baby was stillborn. The grief destroyed their relationship. They separated weeks later. But they stayed close, and just 18 months after losing their daughter, Jennifer was killed in a car accident. Keanu lost his child and the love of his life within 2 years. And through all of this, his sister Kim was battling leukemia. Most people would be bitter. Most people would shut down. But Keanu, he became more kind, more generous, more humble. That's what makes him extraordinary. Let's talk about The Matrix, one of the biggest movie franchises in history. For the first film, Keanu made around $35 million when you include his back-end royalties. But when it came time for the sequels, he did something unheard of in Hollywood. He gave up a massive portion of his profit-sharing points, roughly $75 million, and redistributed it to the special effects and costume design teams. Why? Because he said, these guys made the movie. They deserved to share in its success. But he didn't stop there. He gifted every member of the stunt team custom-made Harley-Davidson motorcycles. One executive said he felt that they were the ones who made the movie and that they should participate. And years later, on John Wick Chapter 4, he did it again. This time, he bought every member of his stunt team personalized Rolex Submariner watches worth over $10,000 each, engraved with their names and a thank you message. Who does that? Keanu Reeves does. But Keanu's kindness isn't just about big gestures. It's the everyday stuff that makes him legendary. There's a famous video of him on the New York subway giving up his seat to a woman carrying heavy bags. No fanfare, no cameras he was aware of, just kindness. In 2001, he walked into a movie theater in Australia and bought ice cream just so he could sign the receipt for a teenage employee who was a fan. A crew member on The Matrix was struggling financially. Keanu quietly gave him a $20,000 Christmas bonus. No announcement, no publicity, just help when someone needed it. His co-star, Lawrence Fishburne, said he's kinder than people say he is. He's a very gentle, highly intelligent man, really thoughtful and gifted. He has a lot of grace. Aziz Ansari, who directed him in Good Fortune, joked, he actually is an angel. He's been pretending to be human for all these other roles. And Hiroyuki Sanada said in 2024, he is so humble, very kind to others, but very hard on himself. That's the pattern with Keanu. Hard on himself, generous with everyone else. Here's something most people don't know. Keanu runs a private cancer foundation. He doesn't attach his name to it. He doesn't do it for publicity. After his sister battled leukemia for nearly a decade, he poured millions into cancer research and children's hospitals. He told one interviewer, "I don't like to attach my name to it. I just let the foundation do what it does." Over his career, he's reportedly donated tens of millions to organizations like PETA, the Sick Kids Foundation, and Stand Up to Cancer. He took pay cuts on 2 different films, The Devil's Advocate and The Replacements, just so they could afford to hire Al Pacino and Gene Hackman. He doesn't live in a mansion. He said, "I live in a flat. I have everything I need. Why choose an empty house?" In 2024, when asked about mortality, he said, I'm thinking about death all the time. Hopefully, it's sensitized us to an appreciation of the breath we have and the relationships we have the potential to have. That's a man who's lost everything and found meaning in giving. Keanu Reeves once said, "Money is the last thing I think about." And after learning his story, I believe him. What's your favorite Keanu story? Drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and remember, be excellent to each other.